Namaste and welcome. Today, we are discussing a monumental shift in the Indian corporate landscape. For decades, our labor laws were fragmented, leading to confusion. But with the operationalization of the Code on Wages 2019, specifically effective from November 21, 2025, that era is officially over. We are moving from an era of creative wage engineering to an era of arithmetic certainty. At the very center of this reform is Section 2 Subclause Y. Understanding this section is critical because it changes how salaries are structured across India. Let us decode this law step by step to ensure we miss absolutely nothing. The definition of wages under the code has a specific architecture: the inclusions, the exclusions, and the conditions. First, the inclusions. The law states that three components are always considered wages. These are the universal pillars: basic pay, dearness allowance or DA, retaining allowance if applicable. Second, the exclusions. The code allows employers to keep specific payments outside the definition of wages. These are listed from Clause A to Clause K. Let us review them, as every item is significant. A. Statutory bonus payable under law. B. The value of amenities such as house accommodation, light, water, or medical attendance. C. Any contribution paid by the employer to any pension or provident fund and the interest accrued on it. This is a vital exclusion. The employer's PF and pension share is not wages. D. Conveyance allowance or value of traveling concessions. E. Sums paid to defray special expenses required by the nature of employment. F. House rent allowance or HRA. G. Remuneration under a court award or settlement. H. Overtime allowance. I. Commission payable to the employee. J. Gratuity payable on termination. K. Retrenchment compensation or retirement benefits. Third, the 50% rule. This is where the law transforms compliance. In the past, companies often kept basic pay low, sometimes 30%, and inflated allowances to save on social security costs. Section 2 Subclause Y stops this. The first proviso states, if the total payments made under clauses A to I, that is from bonus down to commission, exceed 50% of the total remuneration, the excess amount is no longer an allowance. It must be added back and deemed as wages. Simply put, your basic pay, DA, and retaining allowance must constitute at least 50% of the total salary pie. Fourth, the critical provisos. There are two additional rules you must know. For gender equality, when checking for equal wages to all genders, the definition expands. We must include HRA, conveyance, and overtime in the calculation to ensure no discrimination is hidden within allowances. Remuneration in kind. If an employer pays part of the salary in goods or amenities instead of cash, the value of this in-kind payment is deemed to be wages, but only to a limit. It cannot exceed 15% of the total wages payable. Conclusion. So, what does this mean for us? The cost to company or CTC model is no longer flexible. Employers must review contracts and update ERP systems to run this 50% test monthly. While this strengthens the social security net, increasing the provident fund and gratuity corpus for employees, it mandates strict financial discipline for employers. We are moving from cost optimization to structural integrity. Thank you.